Yo, what up, chat? How is it going? Hold on, let's see if I can find Christmas songs that you've never heard. Christmas songs you've never heard. There's got to be a playlist for that, right? Okay. The Odyssey Trader, huh? Right, let's see how this looks. Get that. So it must have just dropped. My hair is really strange today, chat. It's all just kind of falling into place. You can see it. Look. It's all at the front. I've gone full March. It's tall every day. Yeah. Do you guys go to church for Christmas? No. I am not religious. No soul. Thanks so much for the 58 months at tier 2. No less. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I might be making the Christmas dinner in a couple of days. I need to do Christmas shopping for food, though. I've got a Greg's coming. Okay, hold on. Let me just see if I can get all my dailies loaded up. You gave up religion a long time ago? I'm not anti-religious. I'm just not religious. I wish I could believe in something. Seems quite comforting. But I'm too skeptical. Yeah, that's fair, Gallo. I think that's a good place to be. Joe Hendry. Why are you mentioning that name? Yeah, but why are you specifically bringing up Joe Hendry right now? Because the weird part for me is last night I discovered Joe Hendry for the first time ever and told Jinx about it, finding it funny. So for you to come in and type the name that I've never seen typed to my chat before weirds me the fuck out. It actually makes me think you're AI. Because the only thing that ever does that is AI. You are my phone right now. My phone will listen to my conversations and it will send me like, you're AI. I don't believe you're real. Like, that's fucking weird. Genuinely, for the first time ever, I discovered this. So, Chad, to give you some context, Joe Hendry is this funny-ass WWE wrestler. That I only discovered yesterday. And his entire concept is if you say his name, it plays this shitty meme song. He's a shitposter that became a WWE wrestler. And he goes, say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. And he's just there with this goony smile going. But every time, right? No matter where you are, they've done a whole gimmick. It's pretty fucking funny. I'll show you a clip of it. I'll get it up. And he's a Candyman, but on like a meme level. Like it's a pretty funny little meme. It's a great bit. I'll find it in the old YouTube shorts. And hold on. And I discovered him for the first time yesterday. Like literally last night. So if you'd have come in and typed Joe Hendry now, it's fucking strange to me, man. Like, that's strange. It's the equivalent of we spoke about Michael Jackson appearing in Men in Black 2 the other week, and of course, because we mentioned it out loud on Twitter the next day, I get a tweet that's like, "Remember that scene where Michael Jackson appeared in Men in Black 2?" But that's, of course, my phone is listening to me. Yes, Agent M. But for you to do it freaks me out. This is him, though. I'll show you. It's a good bit. It's a very good bit. Let me pause my music. Like, it's just a stupid bit, right? It's great. And they do this in, like, matches as well. Like, there's an example of one guy losing a match and he screams his name and he just appears in the ring. Like, genius bit. Genius level bit. Big fan of this guy. You can see I watch all of these little videos. Look at this one, man. Okay, well, that's just that's not. Like, it's just a good bit. Good bit. Big fan of this guy. You seen him live? Yeah, I like him. That's it. That might be one of the finest bits in all of wrestling. He's done a good job. And he's done a good job. I like it. It's that goony little smile he does. His smile makes me laugh. Yeah, it's a great bit. Like, I wonder if they'll ever push him. I think my food just arrived. Let me see. I'm just going to go on Jinx's Twitch. If she's not moving, then she's picked up the food. Yep, 2 seconds, chat. Let me go get the food. Okay. Oh. Got my food, chat. Okay. Jerry needs to get a new chair. Yeah, I do. Chairs are expensive, though, man. Chairs are expensive. Bills are expensive. If my ass works on it, then I don't care. Let's do our dailies. Also, did anyone watch the gameplay Ranch Simulator yesterday? Jinx said she liked the look of it. And I wanted to see if it was worth actually playing today. Me so loud, my bad. Did anyone play Ranch Simulator? Or see the gameplay Ranch Simulator? And was it funny? Polly. Okay. Nonce. Okay, that actually helped a lot. Monk. It was tedious. Okay, hold on. Let me tell. Jinx. Chat says Ranch Sim was tedious. Didn't look great. But we should look at reviews. You shoot each other, though. That sounds funny. Was the fishing fun? It's not this, but this will help me. Okay. That sausage roll? Yeah. It's a sausage roll. I got that. I got a chicken and... I think it's chicken, bacon, and salad baguette. Mini baguette. And some Yum Yums and a coffee. Mmm. Yum Yums are great. I've also fallen into the whole... I'm a lover now of dipping a donut in a coffee. It's so good. Rush. Pin playing later. Greeting. See us. Rash coming. Wave. Business. Future. Brow. Wit following membership surge. Okay. A coming, I guess. A rush, a wave, a surge. Wouldn't be a pin, wouldn't be a playing, wouldn't be later, greeting. See, Rash doesn't fit, but are they going to go for Rash? That doesn't fit. Coming. Later. Future. Following. It's the future tense. Playing card, business card, membership card, greeting card. Code? Sia, brow. No idea, but we got it. Colors minus last letter. Oh, brown, cyan, pink, white. Hey, soaking my food up? No, it's good. It's good. You don't dip tea. Do you not dip things in like tea or coffee? Max, like biscuits? Yeah, the problem with donuts is donuts go really bad quickly. Fresh made donuts are just so good. Whereas cookies are the opposite. Cookies taste better the day after. I hope the sandwich is good. They do a tuna baguette at Greg's, and I loved tuna is like my favorite filling, right? But they put this like fucking tangy red onion in it that I can't stand, and it ruins it. So I've gone for a different sandwich. The bacon just doesn't look cooked when you. British bacon's always just like more cured than cooked. Yeah, the minus letter ones suck. Soggy food is weird in mouth. Why? You don't like cereal? Oh, it's Jim Carrey. Sandwich is pretty good, actually. Oh, it's Daniel Craig. That's different. Hold on. How is that different, Max? Cereal is the soggiest food there's ever been. When you put a biscuit in tea, you don't leave it. It's the same kind of consistency as cereal. There's crunch still there. It's just covered in the thing. Yeah. It's just like cereal. Nope. What do you mean nope? Chat. Who agrees? Is Dunkin' a biscuit similar to cereal in terms of sog? I actually think cereal goes soggier because you're actually doing dry straight to liquid food. I think American bacon is better than UK bacon, by the way. I'll be honest with you guys. Not the same. Well, no. Okay. Question: is it soggier then? Is a biscuit and tea soggier? Soggy bread donut is weird after soaking up the juices. Wait. Max, you're telling me you never dip bread into a soup or a stew? That's wild to me. That's like a stew that doesn't have bread beside it is it immediately loses 2 points. At the same time, and not dip them beforehand. Oh, you got dip. It's so good. Oh, it's actually the sogginess that's good because it soaks in and you bite at the same time. Oh, it's an easy. Oh, it's beautiful. Bread and tomato soup is honestly, yeah. I mean, tomato soup without bread goes down by like 3 or 4 points. Oh, it's awesome. All right, let's see what this is like. Yeah, American bacon, by the way, is so much better than our bacon. Our bacon, it's still bacon. Americans always call it ham, but it's not ham. It's technically is bacon. It's still packed bacon, but you guys do that nice, streaky, crispy. And I feel like a lot of our sandwiches copy American sandwiches, but then they don't account for the fact that US bacon is there as a salt substitute. It's there to add the saltiness. So, like, I've got a chicken and bacon sandwich right now. The bacon's okay. But if it was American bacon, it would complement the chicken with the salt. It's so much better. I'm not the soup guy as an appetizer. It ruins my hunger for the good main dish. You must be a much smaller guy than I am. I've never been filled up by soup. It's the bread that actually fills me up. If I eat soup, I have to eat like 5 pieces of bread. Yeah, good broth. Oh. I don't listen to pro-American talk. Sorry, man. That's why... Okay, here's another one, Max. Naan. If you're eating an Indian meal, I don't know if you like Indian, you have to dip your naan. You have to grab the curry with the naan. If anyone did that differently, crazy. In fact, in India, they don't even use utensils. That naan is there for picking up the food. Don't see if I want to ruin a meal out. Yeah. Starlight? Talk to me, boy, or something? I have no idea what that song's called. Levitating. Oh, I do know that. Eat it to the main dish without dipping. Max, that I'm going to be honest with you, that's blasphemy in Indian culture. Look, chat, I don't commit enough incest to do that one. I was BTS, okay. My new favorite band after 7. That's all they're giving me? I can't get that shit. Well, chat, I might as well give up. I know this song, I just don't know what it's called. I can picture the music video of him walking down the street. Is it called Same? Stay. Fuck, that's what he says. Save what? a nice 9 on this one. Wait, even gave I got a 0. To be fair, the answer to this one, Surfing the Radio in 2021. I don't think there's a song from the last 5 years that's in any of my playlists. Maybe Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. It's the only one. No. Nope. I haven't seen this. Wait, Joe Pesci? Oh. Blood Knights came out in 2019. Then, yeah, I stayed by my point. All right. Let's do this one. So I'm going to try this dip now. So is this the official trailer? This is real? I said this to Jinx, and she actually corrected me, and she was right. I said, it's weird because Christopher Nolan has just cast all super famous people in all the roles, which takes away from it. Right? It takes away from it a little bit. And she said he does that in every movie. And I sat down and reflected, and I realized Christopher Nolan is a big cinephile. That guy fucking casts... He casts all famous people in every role. He doesn't... If you want to break out into Hollywood, you don't go to Christopher Nolan. I realized that all of his movies every role was by someone who's fucking famous. Like he just casts A-listers. So I'm no longer concerned about that aspect of it because I realize all of his other films do that anyway. So let's see how good this is. Yeah, big. No, that's the thing. A lot of them were big before working with him. That's what I'm saying. A lot of if you go through a lot of his recent films, a lot of them are massive A-listers before they ever even worked with him. Yeah, he's good at them, but so many of them were already big time before ever going in. That armor looks shit. That looks sick. You know what? I thought that kind of looked sick. They gave me way more faith. They gave me way more faith. Historical guy that went to Expo. That's fine though. I'll be honest with you. This didn't happen. You don't need a history guy. Just read the Odyssey. And you don't need a history guy. Just have fun. No, from the story of the Odyssey, I think they put zero of the good parts in the trailer. That's actually what got me more excited. They didn't really spoil anything. The only costume I didn't actually like was this guy. This guy here looks a bit silly. He looks a little bit like Doctor Doom. Who is this meant to be? Is this like Agamemnon? For stuff like armor? I'll be honest with you. This armor's too clean. I've seen the online complaints about this stuff, and I'll be honest with you, it is neckbeard shit. I'll be honest. People complain about this armor being of the wrong time. To me, it's like... This is stuff where, like, cringy internet people come out. Who gives a fuck? Like, medieval and television and everything has been doing this shit for literally 100 years. We've been using shit of all the wrong time period for about a good 700-year span. Maybe even 1,000-year span. The reality is you look at this and you think, I get it. I see the plume. I know it's Greek or Roman. You're leaning on Greek because of a lot of the skirts and stuff used. You know, it's fantasy. The Odyssey is fantasy. It's not history. People are treating the Odyssey like it's a history piece. It's just fantasy. Yeah, the bits that actually look bad, let's go though. The first one looks like shit, but only because it looks cheap. Yeah, Star Wars is the biggest sci-fi of all time. None of it makes sense. Women Fantasy? Yeah, he's filming it like an epic. His typical style. It's fine to appreciate when things are done well. Partially, but my counterpoint to that is I think people are absolutely critical. Here's actually my honest opinion on that. I think a lot of the time people dive on something like fantasy, not knowing that it's actually genuinely we don't have all the facts here. It's a fantasy film, and they'll do it to try and look smart. People love looking smart about Greek mythology. Here's my source. I think I might be one of the best people to go to for this. I ran a Greek and Norse mythology show where I changed some of the stuff. The amount of dumb fucks I got messaging me being like, actually, Zeus wouldn't do that. I was like, are you... Like, people are weird around Greek mythology. They are cringe around it. It is one of the cringiest things. It is like the biggest gate-kept portion of fantasy there's ever been. It's awful. Like, who gives a shit? They look... The actual Odysseus and his troops look cool. I think this is going to be sick now. Yeah. If you think it looks generic, fine. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly, Yusuf, yeah. Mm-hmm. When's it come out? I don't know. I kind of have faith now. I think he didn't give too much away. We briefly saw the Cyclops. Right there. What this film needs to nail for me is it needs to nail... I was going to eat these yum yums now, but it's so good in the coffee. It needs to nail camaraderie. Right? Mistranslated. Yeah. I do think Greek mythos is one of those things which just has too many weird fans around it. I do think a bit more color in this film would go well. You know, I think fantasy doesn't need to have to be told so bleak. If they nail the camaraderie, like actually make me care when he loses his men. That's true, Jason, because some stories are told by multiple perspectives. Yeah, I like that epic thing. I'm be sick if I keep doing that. It's very sickly. It's very good. All right, that was a big meal. I actually think this is very typical Christopher Nolan. Inception, Interstellar, the Dark Knight trilogy, they all had this kind of color palette, right? This is like the brightest shot in the entire movie. And it's going to be right at the beginning. Stuff looking all shiny and colourful. I'm glad you get dull. Yeah, almost to play off of his mind. Yeah, get really shit at being. I think it like make the island of Circe really colourful. You know, give me like the sirens looking beautiful. Yeah, I hope. Okay, here's my big hope. I don't want to see like a Scylla and Charybdis that's just like a whirlpool with nothing in it. Give me some fucking terrifying things. I actually still think Jason and the Argonauts in the 1960s is like the best depiction of mythology because it's so much fun. They have like Poseidon appearing. Right? And this scene here is iconic to me. I mean, it was genius filmmaking at the time. Classic. That's such a good shot. Yeah, it smells like his pits. Yeah, but they still smell. They'll smell salty. Yeah, it feels like it's a god because he's so massive, you know. And the way the gods were depicted here is so good. I hope they play more like that. Like, give me some like terrifying stuff. I think it's good that he hasn't shown any of that for trailer 1. I imagine trailer 2 he will. Like, but give me some like terrifying. Are they still? They're still filming, right? The Odyssey. So it might be just that they've cut together a bunch of the scenes they've filmed already. Or did it wrap? I don't know. Someone says again, same shit story. It looks disgusting every way. That person hates the Odyssey. Having been a not linear, yeah, I would like to see it linear, not confusing movie. I don't know. I just feel like has Christopher Nolan had any flops? Has he made any bad movies, especially recently? Let's see. Well, Tenet wasn't the most exciting. Oppenheimer. He produced Justice League. No wonder. Let's see. Director. Oppenheimer. Tenet wasn't great. I didn't really like it, but I don't think it was a bad movie. I thought it was up its own ass. Dunkirk was great though. I haven't seen Key. Has anyone seen Key? It's a short movie. Interstellar, Dark Knight Rises, Inception, Dark Knight, Prestige, Batman Begins. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I can't see this being bad. Seeing how long it takes? Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I don't know. I've got faith just because I think he makes bangers. Don't know. And honestly, I think the Prestige is up there for me as well. And I love Interstellar. I think they are going to start Troy. I think they'll start Troy. I think we saw. I actually think this is Agamemnon. I wonder when this is from. Considering the amount of bodies there, is this going to be Troy? Is this like, do you reckon this is the grave of Achilles? Or do you think this comes later? Because I'm looking at the sand. I feel like this is going to be the beaches of Troy, and this is Agamemnon. I just don't know who else it would be with like a lion on their thing. Yeah, the armor's so silly. The only way this would look fine to me is if they start making him a god. But I don't think it is. To the actor playing Odysseus, he's one of those characters that people have idolized a lot. Yeah, but Matt Damon is like one of the greatest actors of all time. You know? He'll be beloved. You think there might be Achilles? Yeah, maybe. Do you know what I wish happened though? I kind of wish we got this movie earlier, and it was Sean Bean, and it was kind of like a kind of an unofficial sequel to Troy. Is this Macklemore? Let me check. Yes, it is. Yeah, if they show Achilles alive, it would have to be before the Battle of Troy, and then it cuts to after. That's the only way. Sean Bean dies early. Sean Bean didn't used to always die, though. You know? Because Sean Bean was Odysseus in Troy. So if they'd continued on with Sean Bean, that would be amazing. I would have been so into that. But Matt Damon's kind of Sean Bean-like. Oh, it probably is John Bernthal. That bastard. Fuck you, John Bernthal. For 3 hours when Sean Bean would die. It's true, but Sean Bean used to survive, man. He used to be a liver. Tell on chat, I just got to read a message. Okay. I won't spoil what it is and stuff yet, chat, but I've got a little like partnership coming up soon, and I just saw like my little landing page for it. It's very funny. You'll see. They killed the character voices in Civ 6 intros. They really did make it part of this thing, right? Should be a two-parter. Isn't this going to be a two-parter? Well, here's the thing. Have you guys ever seen the show Sharp? Go and watch Sharp. You'll realize that Sean Bean was the hero figure. In fact, my favorite bit of trivia about Lord of the Rings that I got taught by Jinx was about Sharp. No, I haven't watched Percy Jackson. Oh, or read it. I've seen one of the shows, the first episode of a show. I can't remember which one though. This scene here. This is my favorite new facts about Lord of the Rings. This is a nice bit of trivia. Jinx told me this one. We like to compete on trivia. He drops in a steel sharp. Which is Peter Jackson's reference to this show. The music. Yes! Amazing. Wait, is that Viggo Mortensen? Was he in Sharp as well? Hold on. Because no. What's that? What's he in? What film is that from? It's a different movie. I was going to say because it looks way cleaner than Sharp. War movie. I wonder what movie that is. A Spanish Musketeer. That's got to be that. I'm going to tell Jinx to watch this on stream. Watch. I'm going to... Jinx. I'm going to disturb her. She'll love this. I bang my foot down there. Jinx! Hey, Jinx! Jinx! Yeah, I think it is that. She'll love this clip. God damn it, dude. She doesn't have it. I'm going to go into a chat. Hold on. I want to see her reaction to this clip. She doesn't pay attention to her chat. Come on. Don't read title, open and watch on stream. Check your Discord. I want to see her react because she loves Sharp. Like, Sharp's one of her favorite things. Well, she'll love this shit. Don't tell me you don't know how to watch a goddamn YouTube video on stream, Jinx. This guy takes ages. Your music, your... Watch, she'll love this. Watch, ready? look, she loves it. She loves the show so much. I knew she'd love it. So it's like our favorite show. She'll get confused by this bit too. She'll get confused by this bit too, watch. She's gonna say, what the fuck's this, watch? Is she gonna say, was Ian sharp, watch? I knew she'd love it. Knew you'd like it. Peace. Okay. Same reaction, yeah. Yeah. I knew it would happen. That's funny. All right, chat. Odyssey, cool. I guess. Hopefully it's more of this and less of this. We'll see. More of this. More of this. Maybe less of this. This looks very filmic. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sure it'll be cool. I'm sure it'll be cool. Okay. Well, hey. It is Monday. Have we a shop movie? No, it's a TV series where each of them are like a movie length about the Napoleonic Wars and Great Britain fighting back. Let me look at that ranch simulator if it was actually any good. I don't think it was though, right? Oh, it's cheap as hell though. Oh no, you have to pay for the fishing update separately. I see. It's cool though. Like the heroes they always were. I don't feel like there's any. I think the thing is when it's the British versus the Spanish, or versus the French in this regard, all three of those were as bad as each other, right? So it's kind of like you're just kind of rooting. You're rooting for Sean Bean. Just explain the whole thing. Entirely showing the English nobility. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's actually a good show for that. It shows you that really the British Empire is you blame the nobility and the top end of British people. What the hell is Roswell Ranch? What the hell is... Oh, shit, mix. I'm trying to think of a cool game to play. This Ranch Simulator one. I'm actually... I was just called Ranch Sim. That's why I put Ranch Simulator, I think. Unless it is actually only £2. Maybe it is only £2. Or it is only £2. People say it's mostly positive, though. What's the bad reviews? Once you tap into it yourself, it's glitchy, laggy, graphics aren't the best, and the storyline, first 10 minutes that I've played wasn't accurate. Wasn't accurate. Apparently it's not great. Very shallow. Damn. Jolly good war, that one. Yeah, that's why Jing said she saw them playing it and then was like, we should try it out tomorrow. I wanted to see what it was like first. We could look at our Steam. Maybe I'll play Tainted Grail. I haven't played it. I'd like to play a Christmassy themed game, but I don't think there is any. Have you done a D&D where one of the characters is an aristocrat and just refers to anything because it's beneath him? No, my rule of thumb on a D&D is you're being a bad player if you make a character that wouldn't join an adventure. The main motivation for every single player is I should want to go on this adventure, or I should need to go on this adventure. If you had that, I'd probably just tell that player, all right, well, goodbye. You're out the show. Christmas one-shot D&D? No, I offered it to the party. They didn't want to do it. Yeah, I offered that to the Sunforge group. They said no. All right, fuck Rounchton then. Give RV there yeah, another shot with Jinx. I could do. There's a new map. We didn't even play the old one really. Everyone is busy. I actually think people could have done it, but I didn't think they wanted to. Oh, we do have Tav. Although we're probably going to be playing Tav today later on. Let me ask them. They booked it in for today. Let's see if they're still on for it. Is still a go today? But that's it. That's in like 4 hours. Also, don't update of. Hopefully, no one updated. I got a feeling they would have though. In your city, or are we there yet? Your character has to be a reason to be with a group. They can be obtuse, but they have to have some level to go with the group. Yeah. Yeah. You are being a... See, the people talk about, like, there's no bad roleplay. There is bad roleplay. If you play a D&D character that doesn't want to join in with a group and doesn't have some incentive to join the group, you're not playing D&D correctly. Yeah. At that point, you're messing up. It's the most basic requirement. You can be reluctant. You could go on a journey because you don't want to be there, but your warlock pact forces you to be. That's a cool idea. You could be a noble that hates the idea of going on a journey, but is in immense debt. You know, and you tell your party, hey, my character's always going to be a bit like refusal to do anything, but will always do it. Like if you give your party a warning being like, hey, look, he's always going to be like, no, I don't want to climb down that dirty hole. Oh God. But then if you're like, well, then you're up here alone, and then they do it anyway. That kind of stuff. Do you like min-max a D&D player? I don't mind it as long as you're not really min-maxing in a new group. I think min-maxing in a new group takes away some of the fun for the rest of the group. You have to make sure that you match the party you're with. Min-maxing is fine for the most part. I think min-maxing, naturally a lot of people do it in D&D. I'd say like 30% of players, maybe 40% of players, 30% of players min-max. Most players will make their character very viable. 30% of players actually make it like they'll choose the best spells or the best everything, and that's fine. I just think the time when not to do it is take like Big Bad Evil Game. They don't need to min-max there. So it's kind of know your party. Technically, I think I would argue both Sam and Tomato min-maxed in Sunforge. They're pretty fucking min-maxed down to the T. Dodger isn't. Bree isn't. Would like to be, I think. And Shane kind of is in an obscure way. He made it a bit more difficult. Like he could have gone more OP, but he made it a difficult slip and slide to get there. But that works because most of the players in the party are. I realized my friend who plays Butler managed everything in regards to money and often acted as the middleman. That's fun. Maybe it's a secret evil person trying to get hold of some sort of tome that will around the apocalypse. Fails, but does evil things once you back. That's fun. It's there for money, yeah. from work. It's been fun. My only sticking point is some of them use ChatGPT to write their backgrounds. Yeah, that's probably going to be a common thing. The current character I play in a friend's game with Pie Out Survivor, not because they want to be. Students should be alone when the story takes place. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you just need a motivation to why you'd go on an adventure. That is the bare bones necessity for any D&D campaign. Because otherwise, if you're just like, no, I'm not going to go on that quest. It sounds too dangerous. I don't like the sound of that. And the rest of your party want to, then you're just kind of... Then it really is the incentive of the DM and the rest of the party to leave you behind. And you watch for the rest of the episode. What's Aska? Came out last year. Mostly positive reviews. It looks like a fun little Viking open world survival sim. Interesting. Let me load up my my Steam on here. Right, there's in the first person. It was 5-10 pages long. Oh no. I do like Valheim. I do. Was this good? It looks good. Why have I not heard of this game? This guy's got 500 hours. And he says that it helps you accomplish your goals. What do you ask, Max? Did you continue watching Mighty Nine? No, not yet. I've been watching Invincible. I was thinking if Jinx wanted to watch Mighty Nine, but she probably won't, so I'm going to watch it on my own after Invincible. I didn't play Soul Masks, no. They never updated the game. Yeah, people said like let them cook. It's only a small team, but then they really didn't do anything. They kind of got the big payout and then they left. How far are you? Midway through season 3. This does look good. MN? What's MN? Say your announcement. Mine's not mine. I don't know where mine will be. Not related to Buck, no. Skip. Why is it all sad songs? I want good cheery songs. Cheery Christmas songs you've never heard. Does this exist? No. I'm bored of Christmas tunes now. Oh, Mighty Nine, you preferred it to the Vox Machina series. Interesting. That's good. The Lota mod for Total War? I'm going to say something really blasphemous. I don't really like Total War games. Yeah, we watched it. Yeah, I'm not playing Phasmophobia on my own. You crazy. Because when you made a Christopher Avalon? Yeah, I do. He's a master musician. Total War I just don't like. I don't really like the playstyle. I much prefer a faster RTS like StarCraft or Age of Empires. I want to see what new games are out. Yeah, I just don't really like the slow pace. You don't like the bard? I'll be okay. Here's my honest opinion. Scanlan works better in the D&D roundtable than he does in the show. The problem with Scanlan in the show is all his jokes are pre-written. He's a very witty and funny person naturally. And so when he's whipping out a funny little bard tune in the actual round the table, or making like a funny joke there, it's off the cuff. Or he's like pre-written a little shitty a parody song, and everyone's excited to hear what the next one's going to be. He was very good around the table. When you get behind a writing team and you're condensing down your jokes into it, he just becomes dick joke guy. But if it was forced, it was way less forced in the actual D&D roundtable. Because I agree, I think he's so much funnier when you actually just see Sam Riegel sat around the table. I think in the show you've seen that character before, but that dude can whip out those jokes during like constantly. He's very, very witty. Yeah, it's a shame because I do think his humor doesn't translate as well to the cartoon. Yeah, he's very funny in the show. In the campaign. There used to be a bit he used to do where he'd always write parodies. So he'd be like, oops, I did it again, right? And he might be like, he'd mix like he'd be like, oops, I did it again. I'm playing your bard, like shit like that, and he'd mix in little witty lyrics. It was always fun to watch. Had to follow a bunch of song parodies. Yeah, he really put a lot of effort in. It was great. It was very good. Honestly, Scanlan's my favorite of his characters because of that stuff. That stuff was cracking me up the whole time. Nod's great though. Nod is great. And then FCG's great. I haven't watched enough to know about the Minotaur, but I imagine it's pretty funny. It's the same way with Grog actually in the show as well. Grog was super fun around the table because you could see Travis Willingham like do a lot of facial expressions with it too. I haven't watched any of Campaign 4 yet. I should soon. I'm trying to get to the top sellers here. This page just doesn't end. Okay. Was it at the top? Where do I look? Under browse, and then you can say I can find new releases. There you go. Tearing down to top character, cool. Yeah, we did a full div playthrough on stream. You and a bit ago. Yeah, Fallout 3 because of... Yeah, I want to play Fallout. I might play Fallout because of that. I've actually never completed Fallout. Fallout 4, that is. I never completed it. Which I'm tempted to do. In the strike campaign I mentioned earlier, one of the characters is a bard. She's about to get into a bard off, but she's less of a singing and dancing and more of a storyteller bard. She's unsure how to compete if the DM breaks out into song. She could play off something like this. She could take the piss by play off a little thing where she tells stories about, like, she mocks the enemy bard, right? So the bard would be like, sing, 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 sing. They're like, and see, folks, around this place, as this bard sings a song, you know, almost makes a story out of how they're like, see the panic, the sweat dripping down their cheeks as they try to conjure up their next lyric to try and beat me in a lyrical battle and blah, you know, turn it into, like, she's almost narrating his failure. Something like that could work. It's kind of tough. Narrate his actions, but make fun of him the whole time. The endings are always the worst part of Fallouts. Wait, people were really unhappy with the portrayal of a character in the first episode of season 2 of Fallout TV show? Which character? BG3 narrator? Wait, what about the BG3 narrator? Mr. House? They didn't like what happened to... What? He was great. People are so weird. The new Fallout series started off fucking solid. I don't think people realize how bad... Like, I think these are like 6-year-olds, or they just have a 6-year-old memory. Do they not know how bad like films and TV shows and video games were until the last few years? We are eating good right now with Fallout. Last of Us, for some of its qualms, very solid. Mortal Kombat movie was fun. The new Street Fighter is going to be great fun. We're eating good right now. Pick up the subtext, yeah. Those don't align with those in game, basically, from what I saw. We haven't really got his ideals yet, though. That's fair, Jesse. I can get behind that. Lord of the Rings could be better thinking back at it. Name one thing you do to improve Lord of the Rings. Make one time pro tag. He already was. He killed Saruman. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't have wanted to see Tom Bombadil in the films. He'd been goddamn annoying. The reason why house motivation is different. They're hinting at it a lot. Yeah. All right. Should we start playing a game? Yeah, Tom Bombadil was a fun character to read, but I don't think it would have translated well. I don't know if I got. Are they making a Mass Effect TV series? When's that set, do you think? Amazon is? Ooh. Is that real? Oh, really? After the trilogy? What a weird time to set it. I mean, at least it's an open ballpark, but strange time to set it. I'm glad that I'm really glad it's not Shepard's story. But after? Seventh Night's Game? Yeah, potentially. I could see that. Okay, I mean, yeah, yeah. I wonder what story. I wonder which ending they're gonna go with then. I don't think it'd be necessarily hard to do a movie. I think it would have destroyed the pacing, though. I think Lord of the Rings is perfectly paced in that first movie, and I think Tom Bombadil has no place. I actually think the pacing of the book is extremely slow and would not translate well into a film. The pace that you don't get any action until Weathertop, and even then, that's a small amount. It's not until really Morio that you get proper action in Lord of the Rings, the first movie, and so just adding more before that is a bad idea, pacing wise. Yeah, which ending's the canon? Male, young, Colin Farrell type, open ethnicity, female co-lead. Interesting. Wrestler type shot, interesting. It's true, the end was, yeah. Synchro green ending. So let me just remind myself of the endings. One of them is you assimilate, right? And when you assimilate, doesn't it wipe out all life? Doesn't it go down that road? They're not going to do that one, right? They're not going to do the reset button one. One of them this is the synchro ending where like it's control, destroy, or assimilate. Jesse, thanks so much for the tier 1 sub. Yes, one of them is what work with them, and it's merge, and one of them is control. So I'm guessing destroy is probably going to be the canon. Yes, that destroys all AI. Okay. Or control. It'll be control destroy. They're not going to do the synthesize. Get that somehow returning. Oh. So then it won't be destroy. Unless there's a way of... there might be a pocket of them that survive. How are they going to do that? I don't know. Control, I could see. In the control ending, does it suggest what Shepard does with them? Or does he just fly off with them? I guess if they said it afterwards, they can introduce... Why does the show sound like a bad idea? I think Mass Effect... We don't know who'll be directing it yet. But directing is usually... On TV shows, directing is not the most important thing. It's showrunners / writers. Directors change between episodes. Oh, is that some multiple endings? No, but Mass Effect has the best foundation for a TV show of any game I think I've ever played. The best part about Mass Effect is the world building. Multi-perspective TV show would go so fucking hard. I just probably would have set this during probably the period before Mass Effect 1 and just after the war. Where humans have been introduced. Thanks for the 37 months, Decoy, but at least in this one, we won't know anything that's going to happen. I hope that they give a lot of perspectives. Closer to the Expanse than it is like just focused on a few characters. Although I think it's not uncommon for games to accept what is a canon ending. Right? There are canon endings and non-canon endings. Dark Souls does the same, etc. Right? Loads of things do the same. First Contact War will be cool though. Doug Jung. Is he the showrunner of Fallout? Still feels like they're going to mess it up somehow. Chat, what is this whim? Where is the lack of whimsy? See, I actually don't think Dark Souls would be a good TV show. I think the storyline Dark Souls is all over the place. Where is this? Why are you going in so pessimistic when we've just had? Or they've literally just said nothing. No, I think they'll do it in the world and you play Adventuring Crew. Azuth. It died when Paramount butchered Halo? It's a different... But what do you mean it died when Paramount butchered Halo? Are you telling me because of one other video game franchise had a bad show that you're now going to be pessimistic of every video game? Why would you go in thinking this is going to be shit? So you get to be skeptical, see how things right out. But where's the fun in that? Why? You've got to change your motivations, man. You've got to be focused on have faith, have enjoyment. It's exciting. I mean, don't have high expectations. You don't have to have high expectations, but going and be like, this is going to be shit is like Debbie Downer. Just go in and be like, you know what? I hope it's good. If you set your expectations too low, is there anything meet them? What do you mean? Yeah, there's been a lot of shit, but that's great. Right now, we're living in the best time for video game adaptations. And akin to. Yeah, I think you mean... Do you mean the opposite, as in you're always likely to meet them? Yeah, but it's also miserable to be around. No, okay, I'll be honest. No one likes being around. Like, if you show a little bit of excitement for something coming up, right, where there's nothing more than we know about a name and blah. Like watching that Game Awards and then hearing people like there was that take. Sorry to bring up this person again, who said they wished the new KOTOR game got cancelled so it doesn't have a chance to fuck up. It's perhaps potentially the that's a good way to put it, crap. Yeah, it's perhaps the worst take I've ever seen. That they were so pessimistic that it could be bad that they actually wanted to get cancelled before it can even have a chance. That's where that level is getting close to. You just got to go get a little bit excited, build up to it, and when it comes out, if it doesn't meet your expectations, oh well, it's only a TV show. You move on to the next one. But if it does, you'll feel great. You'll be excited. I just want some excitement. I want to be pumped again. I want to be like, oh, shit. Well, I might have a different perspective on this kind of stuff, right? Not to go too serious on it, but the lowest point in my life, it was media, games, films, all that kind of stuff that kept me going. Like, it was very much like, oh, if it was all end today, I'd miss out on all of these upcoming awesome things that will, like, inspire me, make me want to do more, make me want to do better. So I've always had this perspective of, like, I'd rather be excited and disappointed than to have no whims. You know what I mean? Like, go in with, have some faith, have some fun. If it's bad, oh, well, it's funny to bitch about when it's bad. But then when it's good, it feels great. And it's just fun to be around. It's fun to be around people that have excitement. You know? It's fun to be around. Which TV was the first time I could talk video games with Mum? Yeah. Yeah, highest highs are always better than the lowest lows, yeah. That's good, P. I'm glad about that. Just look at it and go, you know what? I'm going to get excited. It's fun to be skeptical. I think the problem with skepticism, it often leaks out as like, if I'm with a group of friends and like a few of us watch a trailer and we're pumped, and then one person's like, oh, it's probably gonna be shit. It makes me not want to hang out with that person, because you're like, you don't want to bring down that excitement. It's like you only get a certain amount of you can only be excited in this life. What's Tomato got to say? You know, you can only be excited about certain things in this world. You know, I had to keep myself. You got to try and build around that mindset, because you will live a really miserable life around media. You got to be excited for the new game, be excited for Divinity, be excited for GTA 6, get excited for all these things. If they let you down, who cares? You just move on. Be a skeptic when they begin and you're hoping for the best during it. You can say it looks shit once you see more. Shooters. He kind of says shooters like the dude in Men in Black says sugar water. Thank you, Lou. It's not a shooter, though. I mean, it's as much as a shooter as Star Wars Battlefront. You know? It's as much as a shooter as Star Wars Battlefront. This guy doesn't really play anything like that. I would say, you know, but most of the time he's running around in those tight corridors going pew, 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 pew. And he also probably played a soldier. You do be shooting. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm pumped. It's got to be good, man. No. That announcement won't come out. Could come out in 5 weeks from now. I don't know. It's more just something in the sidelines. Did I already just say this? It's more of a team up with a brand. I can't say anything more than that. Yeah, I hope we're playing Thingy tonight. I'm assuming we are. All right. I would like to play a game. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to play Fallout 4. Has Fallout 4 got good mods? The only thing that's put me off playing Fallout 4 is Jinx said she downloaded it to play it, and I was like, oh, I really want to play it too. And she's not playing it, so I feel bad because I feel like I'm stealing the content. Obviously, anyone can play whatever game, but, you know, we share some viewership. So I'm like, I don't want to be the one to die on it first, but now she's not playing it now. Takes so long to mod, does it actually? Ugh. We could play Tainted Grail, whatever that. Everyone said that was good, and I never tried it. I'm just excited we're both getting the new season of One Piece live action and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure within a week of my birthday. See? I like that. I like... Chat, you know what? Let's have some whims. Tell me what you're looking forward to, game or TV show or film-wise. Like, or music, like something. Give me some little excitement. What are you excited for? They've broke it all recently. Oh, yeah, didn't they do like some sort of anniversary edition? I have to totally do monitor settings to get it working smoothly. Great. The Boys Season 5, Original Sin 3 announcement. I don't think you're going to get one of those. Control Resonant. Menace. Mando and Grogu. Me too, actually. That's going to be fun. Control 2 and the new Cosmic books. Is that new Cosmic books? Is it a whole new series entirely? I should really go and read, is it Mistborn? And I should catch up on his other ones. I'm excited for the next season of OP. What's OP? Oh, One Piece. I want the Bad Tech 2 game. Control Resonant going to be my life. I'm looking forward to watching Evil Bad Gang next week. Hopefully we're playing next week. I need confirmations from them. I've got a really funny idea if we play on the 1st. Chat, do you want a hint? I will play into the whole hungover state of everyone. If we play on the 1st of January, which would be really fun. Bloodborne 2. Oh, so you're not excited for anything. I'm excited you're going to get into anime soon. Okay, well, you're not excited for anything either. Is Mistborn high fantasy? Has it got a lot of fantasy stuff in it? I love a little bit of fantasy, and I feel like as much as I like Stormlight Archive, it was a little bit slow on the old fantasy. I want monster. I want magic. A bit more of it. Wolverine new game. Looking forward to seeing how Divinity and Kotal Games do, I guess. PT, I want something better out of you. Get excited for something, PT. I want PT. I'm ordering you right now. Find something to get really excited about. And if you get disappointed, blame my mods. The resurgence of GTA RP 6 months after new GTA comes out. I'll be honest with you, Optical Mouse. You are being not realistic there. It's going to take about a year and a half afterwards, I think. It's way too long for stream, but if anyone else wants to see the full 2-hour interview with the Mass Effect writer, I mean, it's quite a cool concept. Am I watching some of this? The next era of Mistborn is the next line. Okay, interesting. The game music section, yep. Yep. Galactic Race will be fun. When's the anime reaction channel coming? Don't know yet. I don't know. I'm excited for Neverloot Dungeon. Do we have any more word on that? There's a bunch of magic in Mistborn. Okay. Any monsters? Less monsters than Stormlight. Damn it, dude. You want monster and magic reader streamer, yeah. Actually, not that thing about Mistborn era had one. Okay, added a lot of monsters in the first. Okay. Sam Wincher's gonna be in the boys. Yeah, that's fun. That's really not really true. Wait, which one's not really true? There's not monsters. Are there monsters? All right, should we? I can flick through this. It's only got 5K views. It's 2 hours, but I don't think he's really going to say anything. But the Whimsy Joe, hopefully it doesn't take that long to mod since I think of it from the beginning. Yeah, he's probably not allowed to say much, yeah. Yeah, Henry Cavill's show could be sick if he does Warhammer. Warhammer's a very hard thing to tell, though. I wonder, you really have to kind of focus on something small. I almost wish that they did Warhammer if they're definitely going to do Space Marines, right? They're going to have to do Space Marines. It's the most iconic image. As much as Warhammer fans want them to do like be cooler to follow an Imperial Guard and show the kind of real threat or a different perspective, and then you occasionally get them come in as a fucking, you know, you see just the power of them. They will do Space Marines because it is. You have to. You kind of have to when you're applying for it, because a lot of people look at all they know about Warhammer is Space Marine. But if they do Space Marine, I really goddamn hope that they show you just how crazy powerful these people are. You know what I mean? You really got to show that they are unbelievably and probably dicks half the time. At book 3, it gets a lot of further rounds. I can't remember the last thing that happened. I remember the little bald guy flying around a lot. And I think Kaladin's been doing that too. I just don't remember. I think Kaladin learned to fly. I won't spoil anything more than that, though. Sounds like Stormlight, right? Yeah. I need to reread the last book I was reading. How separate emotionally Marines are from humanity as well, yeah. Nice ones are not so nice humans, somewhat of anesthesians. Yeah. Which Space Marine chapter? I'll tell you exactly which one they'll pick. Hold on. What Space Marine chapter does Henry Cavill use? It will be the Custodians. That's what it's going to be. Or at least they'll be in it as an important factor. It'll be whatever Henry Cavill wants it to be, I feel like. Although apparently he likes the Salamanders quite a bit too, and the Blood Angels, so I can see those. It'll be whatever he wants. That's really what it's going to be. And Necrons will be the villains then. There you go. Are the Custodians, are they the ones which protect? Like, they protect the Emperor more? That's what they sound like they do. Production company? No, but I think he's been given the head lead. Apparently. Elite of the elite, okay. They protect the Gonthrin, that feels... Yeah, that makes sense. Which, honestly, if he is a big fan, he shouldn't put it from their perspective. It should be about a different break-off chapter, and then at one point we get to see like a glimpse of the Emperor in the distance. And you show those guys, and you show they're even bigger than the normal ones. And we know these guys are strong. We know the Space Marines are already ridiculous, and you see some of those guys stood next to him, you're like, oh my god. These make the Space Marines look like Marines. Like, that'd be fucking awesome. I love when shows understand sometimes to make a character more powerful, you show less of them. You show them like, they're like a god. You know what I mean? Don't give me the Emperor. Make the Emperor seem like unachievable power. So yeah, a glimpse of the scope of things. Yes. Have one show up at one point, and it's just not even a moment. If it shows that it's almost given, there's enough. So about, I'm telling you right now, if the show isn't about Space Marines, I will eat a shoe, because there's no way. It's Space Marines. It has to be. And the reason being is that everyone who knows Warhammer that doesn't play it only really knows the Space Marines. And maybe like orcs and stuff like that from pictures. But it has to be. They might do spin-offs if it does really well. But they're the poster child, yeah. You can't put out a show in that world without putting them on the screen. Yeah, they're the poster child. You are right, Digital. That's hopefully what will spin off afterwards. They need the poster child to bring in views, and then we'll see. I do think the problem by having Space Marines is that they're so grandiose that it might be a bit too silly for everyone else. It's hard to get the scale of things down in Warhammer, right? What scale is the hardest thing? Yeah, it's in Hallmark. Way back in the day, yeah. I think we'll see Marines, and I think they'll do a Chaos storyline. We'll probably see the occasional Orcs and Eldar and all that kind of shit. But they'll do Chaos as the main villain, and then they might do spin-off shows, which would be cool. It would be cool to focus on Lesser Unit, but is that smart going in for a new Warhammer show? If you're trying to draw as many fans as possible, a show set in the Warhammer universe against things that aren't Space Marines is a bad idea, in my opinion. Because the reality is, every Warhammer fan is going to watch a show about Space Marines. And then some people outside of that fandom will also check it out. And then hopefully that does well enough to draw in something else. But there's no way they don't do Marines. It's like a Judge Dredd show without Dredd. I would like to see Space Marine versus Tyranid. That'd be sick. For sure, Anna, yeah. I think Orcs would be better to do in an animated series spin-off. It'd be like a funny, like, animated series spin-off. Like, that's when you bring in, like, a James Gunn director, and then you have a group that is, like, the Inquisition's prisoners that they send on a mission. And then they run into Orcs on that mission. Or one of them is an Orc. That would actually rock as a show. A group of prisoners that's run by the Inquisition, they send them on certain missions, and it's just a group of different species forced together. And you have an Orc in that show. That'd be fucking awesome, actually. That'd be really good. You think they'll ever do a WoW movie again? No, I don't think so. Yeah, like a Suicide Squad Twisted Metal thing, yeah. Because imagine just the Orc being the dumb, funny one who's just like, they're like, shit, how are we going to get... We don't have a control for this. And the Orc just goes, I'm out control. They're like, what? How's he built that? And then it'd be such good, easy comedy. I do hope for animated WoW stuff, but has WoW gone past its time? The WoW movie came at, like, just after the peak of its era, still spoken about. I think WoW's not really spoken about as much. Yeah, Dark Tide's like that, right? Yeah, do you know how I would do that spin-off show like I'm just talking about? You'd show an Imperial Guard who gets chastised, and they imprison him because he fails a mission of some kind. Space Marines, like, throw him in prison. And then you have his perspective as he's put in charge of a team. He becomes the Rick Flag-like. And his team is an Orc. You have an Orc. You have a fucking maybe a former Space Marine guy. You throw in an Eldar. You throw in a whole group of just captured, reformed people. It'd be awesome. An Ogron. Yeah, like a renegade crew. Oh, it'd be so good. An Ogron with a pet Tyranid. A Mechanicus guy, yeah, for sure. Make a show. I'd love WoW to make a show, but I just don't see them doing it. I think WoW's just past its prime. World of Warcraft did something which I thought was one of the smartest things I've ever seen someone do with lore, where their lore was getting all messy, and they released these books called Chronicles. They released these books called Warcraft Chronicles. And I was a fan of WoW lore at the time. And these books were genius. Right? Because they basically cleaned up all of the lore. They retconned a bunch of bullshit. And they made this the standard canonical lore going forward was from these books. And they released a few of them. And there's like they kind of just tell chapter-based storylines exactly how it went down in the lore. Before this book, Sargeras, if you don't know who Sargeras is, he's the big demon of World of Warcraft. What's up, Moosh? His whole thing was he just betrayed the other Titans and then led the demons, the Burning Legion, and then went around conquering worlds. There was really not that much more depth to him. He was just the evil Titan, right? He didn't have a reason for doing it. But World of Warcraft was slowly encroaching. This came out around the same time as, I think, Cataclysm. Thank you so much, Malevolent, for the 30 months. I appreciate that, buddy. That's very kind. Thank you. They really didn't have much reason until this book, right? About why Sargeras betrayed the rest of the Titans. Why did he become evil? We didn't really know where the Titans really came from. We didn't really understand what they cared about the Earth that much. Blah, blah, the Azeroth, I should say. And then they released this book, and there's this great piece of art they put in the book, and I can't fucking find it. Where they explained that Sargeras' actual role was to go around. So they all went around searching for worlds to basically to see what worlds have a world soul to resurrect them and shit, right? And it was this cool little like addition. I can't find it. Hold on. And then Sargeras came across a world that was infected. Okay, hold on. Old God's World. Wow. I won't find the actual piece of art, but there's one. Hold on. It's similar art to what it was in the book. Right? It was like a piece like this. I can't find it now. But Sargeras comes across this world, sees it's totally infected by old gods. Because the old gods before this point were just like gods that lived on Azeroth the whole time. But this book basically introduced them as space parasites. And Sargeras goes, oh my god, what the fuck's going on here? Wait, they're trying to corrupt the world soul. If that happens, we're going to have an enemy that's unstoppable. And he cuts the world in two. He like destroys this entire planet. And then he's like, oh shit. He tries to warn the others. They're not worried. And he goes, fuck it. We have to kill off he tries to tell them they have to kill off every planet to avoid this ever happening. It might be this art. Please say you've got it. Yes, there you go. That's his reaction. So he fucking slices this world in two, and he's like, look, we need to kill all the worlds, because if this happens, they're going to make it something that's going to kill life. And everyone's like, no, that's way too drastic. We can't do that. And so Sargeras goes and joins the Burning Legion, which that's what he was doing. He was going around killing all the Burning Legion. He basically takes control of the Burning Legion and uses them as a weapon to destroy these planets. Is it set time? No, not yet. And it gave him so much more motivation, right? It gave him so much more motivation as a character, and they immediately set a new stake, which is after we defeat Sargeras, the Void Lords are the top power, right? And they set themselves up for another 10 years. We're about to get to that 10 years, but they came up with a fucking awesome, like a lot of the stuff that they came up with was really clean. They cleaned up all the lore. And then they just did it again. They messed up their lore again. They made it too convoluted, too messy, too over bloated. They need to do this again. They need to release another series of books that just retcons a bunch of shit since the last set of books and do it again. Because they keep doing it. They keep going too big. WoW should have focused less on we need something massive as a threat every time and just go, we want the same level power as a threat. Like superhero movies, superheroes do this a lot where they sometimes go too far. But a lot of the time, you know, Spider-Man will fight against Dr. Octopus or the Kingpin or the Green Goblin, and they're the same kind of power level. And WoW should have focused on doing more of that. And it hasn't. It's gotten crazy. It's gone crazy. That's just too much. We're about to fight the Void Lords. If they introduce a threat that's greater than the Void Lords, what the heck is the point? The thing that they should do now is the Void Lord threat causes everyone's power to basically get descaled, and we have to go to a different planet, and we go there, and WoW 2 is the same engine because they're not going to change engine, and it's just that we have less power there, and we're now dealing with what we'd consider a small threat is way more dangerous now because we're all underpowered. Some shit like that. Yeah, they just went too far. And also, Max, to answer your question, what do you want to see happen in the movie? It has to be Arthas. If you're going to do a WoW movie now, you have to do Arthas. Yeah, soft reboot moment, because it is so convoluted. Like when these books came out, I was pumped by the lore. I was like, wait, that's actually really cool. Wait, they've retconned this. One of the funniest things they did in this well, Illidan's problematic because you have to bring in the whole Burning Legion to such a wide scale, and he's better as a character that appears. Arthas is the main character of WoW. He's the peak of WoW's love. Like he's the favorite character of everyone in WoW. It's the fall of a human. You can play a human actor. Throw Henry Cavill in as Arthas, and you've got yourself a solid movie. Khadgar's just got a long, convoluted story. I don't think Arthas is the main character. He's the main character, I think. Everyone loves him, and people have wanted that for years. When I say main character, he's the face. He's the Space Marine of this world. But did you know that they actually went back and all of the old raids, there's canon for which faction did them? Like, I think Molten Core was the Horde. Naxxramas was the Alliance. Yeah, Warcraft 3 Story is a movie, yeah. For me, I need to have all new races, classes, and regions. I don't think I'd be inclined to play a new WoW if it was all the same content with a 2 on it. I get that, but they're not going to ever do that. That'd be way too much effort. AQ20 was Ally, AQ40 was Horde. Yeah, it's funny. It was this book that did that. They made them all canon. They made literally the raids canon, which is crazy. Basically, if your favorite raid was Naxxramas and you were Horde, sorry, Horde, you don't get to do it. Actually, maybe Naxxramas was a combined effort. One of them was a combined effort. It might have been Naxxramas. But take one of those ones at the time. If you're like, that was my favorite raid. Well, your character didn't actually get involved in that. That's stupid. But very funny. Anyway, that's WoW. Yeah, Thrall's up there. Arthas is just known outside of the WoW community. I think he was just such an iconic image. Especially because he was the front cover of Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne. What if they live in that? No, I don't. I think we'd have heard about it. I don't think they are. I think if we're going to get a WoW 2, it would definitely be a soft reboot. And it would be kind of like they'd release a new expansion kind of thing called Warcraft 1. And it's a different, like you'd go on your browser, you'd click on that. And it'd be like Mortal Kombat. It would start over, it'd do a whole different thing. Different world, different stuff, but it'd be a lot of the same. And they'd get rid of a lot of the allied races and they'd probably change it up a little bit. Yeah, it'd be soft reboot. And they might change up all the classes and stuff and some of the animations, but I'd love a Warcraft 4. I'm kind of surprised that they released another Diablo 4 DLC. Because I didn't know how well it was doing, but I assume it's doing well enough that they're going to continue the story there. I just can't believe Diablo 4 hasn't got Diablo in it yet. Well, that's kind of mental. Bit of a strange one to me. Alright, should we try Tainted Grail? I could do Fallout 4. Up to you guys. You're probably right, Yuke, yeah. I just can't believe Diablo's not in Diablo 4. In all the other games, he's like... It's very good. Interesting. A mod pack? I might look into that, yeah. Let me look at see if there's any good ones now. Like, in Diablo 1, end boss is Diablo. Diablo 2, the penultimate boss, or the end boss of the base game, Diablo. Diablo 3, the end boss, Diablo. Diablo 4, we haven't seen Diablo. 2 expansions in. He's dead? No. No. He'll be back. Diablo, they don't kill anyone off in the Diablo world. Okay, maybe we'll try what's a good mod then for Fallout 4? What's a good mod pack? Summarize what was the story of Diablo. Angel creature, angel god breaks off, as does evil dark void god. The angel creature becomes a bunch of angels. The void creature becomes a bunch of demons, demon lords. They go into an endless war until one of the daughters of one of the demon lords fucks one of the angels, and they create their own little world called Sanctuary. Bring a bunch of angels and demons there to copulate, making mortals, only for the angels and demons to discover it. And instead of a new war kicking off properly, they make an agreement to only influence evil there and slowly manipulate. And then so humans are constantly tormented by angels and devils. And there's a dragon somewhere. Magna Opus and Life in the Ruins. And in each of the stories of the games, it's always kind of like a rise to fight off a primeval with the influence of an angel helping you. And even then, I don't think Lucian's gone for good. He was just destroyed by an immensely powerful character and sent into what is essentially the void, but I could see him being recreated. In fact, I would have probably done that. If I was Diablo 4, I'd have probably put him as an expansion boss. Including adult nudity mods, you're absolutely right. I forgot about that. I don't know, maybe we should look through these tomorrow or something. Because I do want to play a game for a couple hours before we end up playing Tav with the gang. I actually do think Malthael was an awesome angel. I mean, that would be actually crap if they did a Diablo MMO. And the two sides were, or there's three factions. One is like fight for Sanctuary, fight for Angels, fight for Demons. It'd be awesome. But they probably wouldn't do that. Fallout Vegas in Season 2? We could do Fallout Vegas. Is there a good mod pack for Fallout Vegas? I've played it a bunch. I do like it, though. It's the best mod packs. Is there actually any crazy ones? That could be fun. I've just played a lot of it, so I'd have to have something quite different. I've already done Tales of Two Wastelands. And I didn't get onto the Vegas part. I got bored of it before then, so I don't really want to touch it. Because that one's just if you just want to play Warcraft 3. Fallout 3 and New Vegas. I'd rather play I'd rather go for something new. Because if you already watched someone else stream it. Could do one of those door randomizers. Oh, so you go through any door and you can pop up anywhere? That's quite a funny bit. Alright, maybe we should look through some mod packs tomorrow for this. Play some Tainted Grail tonight. Oh, are they? Just really okay. Door randomizer would be funny. Door item and enemy randomizer? That's quite a good idea. How do you do that? I actually think that'd be a good time, because I don't know if I'd complete New Vegas on stream, so making it into a stupid experience sounds way more fun. Yeah, I played Dave the Diver, yeah. Oh, do I have to... Dude, I want to play Elden Ring again. Why did I not search in the thingy? So, Fallout New Vegas, please. And then how do I search? How do I search with Fallout in mind? Oh, there we go. Yeah, but the problem is messaging Crike and he might not get back to me before tomorrow. He doesn't wake up until like ages o'clock. World Randomizer and New Vegas Randomizer. He's also traveling, it'd be long. Creature spawns. They retain their factions AI package and sometimes the name always done. Perk level requirements. Players starting stats. Players tag skills. Players starting inventory. NPC and creature height. That's fun. Jump height. Weather. Gravity. NPC inventories. Merchant inventories. Barter money. This seems good. What's Viva New Vegas like? I think this is a great idea for a stream, maybe tomorrow's randomizer. And then this one is the door randomizer. And so any door you go through you can load anywhere in the game. That's genius. Yeah, that sounds fun. That with this one included could be awesome. I wonder if they go well together. Suggested mode, random mode, they do. Random word generator. Random character generator. Random music and thingy. Okay, so they have suggestions. Okay. That's kind of awesome. No, removed by author? Which one was it removed? It was random character generator. Oh, that's fine. We can make our character ourselves. That's fine. Randomizes the text in game. Some text that won't be randomized. So this randomizes all the text in the game. It's going to be manic. We could totally do this one though. It'd be fun to do a challenge where I have to try and complete the game with the door randomizer and the everything randomizer. Insane Mass Effect mode, is that one like that? Where your characters go insane, he just hears all different things. That's funny. All right, we'll look into getting some of those mods then. I'll look at maybe playing it tomorrow like that. Or at least this week. After Christmas. Should we try let's try Tainted Grail. Should I get the DLC for Tainted Grail? Or does it come up? Can I get it later? If I like it? I don't know if it changes anything from the beginning. No one knows. Sanctuary of Saris. Let me see. It seems to be a separate area. You can add late happens that too. Does it give you any additional character options? Let me see if it's on their Steam. No, there's no additional classes or anything like that. Okay. Midnight 2, okay. Okay. Are you sure checked? I'm seeing here. Progression altered. A new progression system transforms the usual journey through Avalon. The underwater enemy scale to a level, keeping every encounter tense. At the same time, sacred shrines, you activate weakened foes and grant points to invest in 3 completely new skills, to shrink trees, etc. Okay. So I won't have anything if... Okay. Okay, fine. Then I'll just pick it up if we like it. All right. Okay. I actually don't know what this game's really about, by the way. I'm actually going out. I'm gonna open up a window. I'll grab a little bit of gum whilst it does this bit. Okay, everything. Okay. The all-consuming red death 600 years ago. Atmospheric. Okay. New game. Wait, mod? Should I mod this game? Should I have been modding it? I haven't seen anything of this game, by the way. Like, genuinely not seen a single minute of anyone play it. I bought it ages ago on a whim because I thought it sounded cool.
The all-consuming Red Death. 600 years ago, King Arthur led the Great Escape from
Let's
the
go, King
homelands,
Arthur!
where our kingdoms were ravaged by the plague. Leading people to Avalon, he started the Age of Conquest and took the island from the Four Dwellers. Using the mysterious powers of Menhirs, together with Merlin, they cleansed the land of the weirdness, a primordial force of chaos and possibility. But now, long after the death of the king, Camelot is in shambles as Avalon fractures into chaos. Old legends are gone, and the weirdness is creeping back into our lands. The bleeding heart of the plague has started beating once more. And the Red Death has returned. Rulers of the island asylum, an order of the Red Priests, are desperate to stop it. By any means necessary.
This game? Okay.
Rotting in one of their cells is a stranger who might bring a spark of change to this cursed island stuck in everlasting
Good opening.
autumn.
Cool. Sure. Yep. Screen shake, proactive and reactive. Is the screen shake? Okay, I can always just change that. Yeah, sure. That sounds good. Ooh, pasty boy. Like a gray skin tone. What kind of character should I play, chat? Let's go to all the options. Surf. Goblin mode. Should I try and look as evil as possible? Like truly like ritualistic evil man. Should I try and make the most evil looking motherfucker there's ever been? Okay. You're bored. I mean, genuinely, yeah. What's the most evil face? Because I don't think I can really goblin up my character too much. I need something which is... Oh, that's a pretty evil face. I'm liking that one. Tomorrow remember that face? Yeah, it makes sense. It's pretty evil. It's the brow. If I can make his eyebrows look... How do I change the color of this? I don't like adding marks like this. John Barthel. Right? Because you're like... This game could take place over 3 months and I've still just got a bruise. We'll come back to it after you look at hair and shit. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I do think bald is evil. You know? And we put on some crazy marks. Like that immediately looks like blood cultists to me, you know what I mean? It's gotta be that one. How's the grain skin tone look? Do you reckon pale or grey, chat? This guy fell asleep first at the sleepover. I mean, it's a nice evil mustache there. I am the evil one. I am the evil one. I am the evil one. Walter Bite. He does look like evil Walter White. Villains don't have mustaches anymore. He does look creepier like this. You are right. Yeah, he does look eviler without the mustache, I guess. Where's the burns? This one cuts up his face a little bit more. No, that one's better. Yeah, I think it's just because it's plain. He looks pretty creepy. So you think pale or... I think grey. I think it's just an unnatural skin tone. Now he's got that bruised lip that makes him look like he's got like herpes. So I'm gonna move on from... That's good. Can I make it... Do I have to make that... He's my red man. My creepy little red man. Okay. Will he look creepy if he had muscles? No, soft body. Soft body. Okay. Enter name. He shall be called... Thinking of stupid puns right now around the Arthurian. Morroman. Lancer less? Lancer Little? Lancer Little's good. I like Lancer Little. What are the characters from Arthurian legend? Merlin, into evil things. Go won't, yes, good. Get out of giraffe life, yeah. Gala Hades. It says here, Arthur Camelot. Gala, how are you in the first half? Percival's good. Percival. Percival. I quite like that. Yes, Percival. Percival. Yes. Gala sad. Oh no. For players who want to experience a story, I think I'm gonna go adventure. I always find in these games, if I go too hard, enemies just become a sponge. I just find most of the time jumping around, running around. Is it actually fun? What makes it fun? How's the combat? You go that way. I'm going home. Because the problem is, explorers are difficult. Probably. The problem I have with some of these games, like Skyrim, when you go, whenever I watch anyone play like the hardest setting on these kind of games, they just kind of shoot and run, jump on top of something. Difficulties like Elder Scrolls, yeah, it's gonna be shitty. You didn't find it bullet spongy at all? Yeah, if it doesn't add more mechanics, is there even a point? Let's do Adventurer. I don't care. And not at all spongy back too. Is it actually fun? Am I going to spend most of my gameplay just running and hiding, hitting, running, hiding, hit, run, hide, and hit? But that stuff's kind of boring. If they actually added like cool mechanics and stuff, it's really fun to go up difficulty. That's also a good question by Moose. Well, I hated high difficulty on like Skyrim and Fallout and stuff. It always just felt like I was just barely had any materials left, and I spent most of my time just grinding through the little I had to kill one enemy. And not cool mechanics. Fuck that then. Who cares? When games start making hard mode exciting.
Rise and shine.
Oh.
Yes, it's me again. And I hope this time you'll cooperate without me needing to repeat it.
Audio mixing could do a little work here. Okay, okay, all the scrolls. Okay, hold on, let me change the FOV a little bit. It's at 100? It does not feel like 100, but sure, okay, I'll accept it then.
Look, we just have to get this over and done with. Unless you want a visit from someone upstairs.
But the enemies do as well, yeah, that's really cool.
You don't. Just like before, no food until we're done here. And the moment you start getting on my nerves, we're going back to my tried and tested fists. So, tell me, what were you doing in the forest when the Red Shields caught you?
I was on my way to enlist in the army. I was hunting. I was avoiding the city guards trying to sell some goods. I was seeking an ancient site of worship. Oh, this actually does determine stuff. I'm blocking a little bit of this so I read out clearly. One-handed skills, two-handed, blocking, heavy armor, athletics. Archery, medium armor, athletics, evasion, sneak. One-handed archery, light armor, agility, sneak. Or one-handed light armor, magic, alchemy. I think I'm leaning towards... Is magic fun in this game? I never do bows, really. In these kind of games, but... How is Mashish? See, I've never done stealth archery in any of these games. I liked magic in this. I disliked archery in this. Okay. Melee's fun. Is it got more mechanics than Skyrim? Follow your heart? Well, no, because that doesn't necessarily mean it's the correct decision. Major warrior type is the best. 2 Hannah Melee was a lot of fun. Wait, really? How can the heart be wrong? Because you load up in, if you load up into something and you find out it's super weak and boring, I'll just quit the game and play something else. And then my heart tells me, fuck this game. Ah. Shit, dude, that's actually a really tough choice then. My character's definitely built to look like a mage. But I do love a game. If a game has like cool fighting, like deflecting, parrying, that kind of shit, I do feel badass with a two-handed sword. But if there's good summons, I can blast people and there's good physics on that. That's funny. Not like you're locked in doing some one thing. Well, Skyrim you kind of are when you do that shit. All the other likes like this you are. So it all depends if this game does the same thing there. You can do more, but it's not hard to change your talents. Okay. What am I leaning towards? Is spell sword a thing in this? I'll try that.
Yeah, you look like one of those half-starved druids who survived the Charred Conclave. We'd picked almost all of you up from the forest by now, so there aren't many of you crooks left out there. So, you're a tree hugger then?
No. I'd rather burn that tree down. Here we go. So that gives you alchemy and cooking and blood transfusion. Well, that sounds sick, though. Yeah, this one.
Big talk, as always. Yeah, I've never seen you people do anything but fireworks and illusions. Not much use during a real fight, as is evident from you being in here rather than out there. Okay, that was easier than I expected. Now, unfortunately, we'll have to stop. I've always found it puzzling that these people won't bathe. You, I understand. You're literally rotting in this damned cell. But
is that the same voice actor?
There's just no excuse for the stench. There they are. Finally. I know. You've a million questions. But they'll have to wait. One of these keys will open your cell. When you get out, head left. I'll scout ahead.
That's what I was thinking. If it's not that, Raymond, then they just use the same voice actor for the first 2 characters. I take off all your clothes. Oh my god, I look evil. Awesome. Oh, I like the armor design. Yes. Yes. Would you rescue this man? Okay. Oh. Sir Osbert could not wait any longer. He shut the door behind him and jammed the latch home. In a few determined strides, he approached Liliana, capturing her lithe waist in a strong embrace. Panting heavily with desire, he lifted her as if she weighed nothing and threw her on the bed. He set about conquering her lips, neck, and cleavage with hungry kisses. Liliana arched off the bed and moaned wantonly, which only spurred him on further. Sir Osbert tangled the fingers of his right hand in Liliana's golden locks with his left. He loosened the lacings of her bodice. After he finally managed to unlace it, his eyes were met with the rousing sight of Liliana's voluptuous body. He took her love apples in his hands, love apples, feeling them rise and fall with her quickening breath. He caressed them for a while, but soon his hands started wandering down her body to lift the skirt and petticoat. Her lips tasted like the sweetest cherries. Sir Osbert couldn't help but cling to them as his fingers slipped between the alabaster columns of her legs. Liliana's knees spread invitingly and without hesitation, almost as if they had a mind of their own. So Osbert then pushed his pants and took out the weapon a man uses to lay love siege. He aimed his enormous battering ram at the opening of her gates and began the attack. I'm taking that one for later. I always cheat my my carry weight in these games. No ingredients yet, why not? I've got fish soup. Some recipes, author Mildred Auntie Frizzle. Not everyone has refined taste buds, perfectly fine. For moderate tasting, try Beggar's Fare as staple for you folks. Just boil groats and oats in a bubbling water. Yes, it must bubble. Another option is mashed potatoes. Boil for about 20 minutes, drain. Please don't drink the water and mash with a touch of milk. Okay. Yes. Let's cook. Undercooked food. What recipes did we actually get? Groats and oats. Okay, groats and oats. The undercooked food, is it just because I added too much shit to it? Okay. Is F5? Yes, it does save. Good, okay. Oh, that's sensitive. Lovely. Assuming this is where he came in from. First came the prophet, then came the word. The word is sacred. The Pope, his cardinals, and his priests received the word. The word is the way. We are all the brothers and sisters starving for the word. The word is sustenance. Together in holy suffering, we walk the pilgrim's path. The word is our strength. We repent by facing the trial of the plague. The word is our cure. The priests clad in red guide us towards grace. The word is salvation. There are no other sanctities. Only the prophet's word and the will of the red church. Do not doubt your faith and you will be rewarded. Yes, the word. They love this book here. Alright, well, we've explored everywhere we can. Let's go kill people. Oh, I can just go in all of their little jail cells. I don't imagine... Oh, wait. Small health potion apparently here. I can't see shit. If I charge up a fire? No. I didn't know how... Oh, okay. Shit. It's very sensitive. There you go. To block, tap right click just before the enemy's attack lands to execute parry. Okay. Unless you have a shield in your offhand, parry is unavailable when you have spells equipped. Okay, so I can't actually do this. But let's unequip and then try. No spell, no spell.
The enemy is near.
Ow, fucked up.
The prophet wants you dead.
Why? That's right, I got him on that one.
You will burn.
What? You know what? Magic. Magic, I just burned that guy in future. I do like the race red priest outfit though. Oh, these are swaps. Wonder if anyone will turn against me for wearing an evil outfit. If I want to. Oh, I have to put his pants on too. Nice. They look beautiful. Yes, I'll take the brain. Station knife. Anything else good here? Big glass bottle. One way of me being swimming as fast as possible, berserker style. Yeah, that feels about the way. The tunnel should be filled and secured, stay clear. Oh. Hello, hello. I don't really need that pail, but that's fine. Did I miss anything in that room? I don't think so. Anything at the end? Oh. Hello, friend.
Drip, drip, drip. Do you hear it? Soon the king will return. I told the priests. They laughed. But they'll soon see for themselves.
Good, because I want to do magic now.
Drip, drip. The storm is gathering.
Yeah, he's outdone me. I'm about to kill him. What are you talking about?
At last, the age of resurrections shall end. And then, the once and future king will return. I cannot wait to behold his radiance, drip after drip. With each drop, it gets closer and closer.
You're free to go.
None of us are free. We are all bound. And to go? No. I don't want to. I found my place to await the king. You can go if you want, but you won't get far. We are all bound. All bound. Drip after drip.
I might have to kill this guy for looking more evil than I am. It's kind of killed my vibes.
Do you see what a miracle I am?
Are we all just grey in here? I feel like I've made a canon character. Oh, what happened to you?
The depths, filled with the weirdness. Oh, and a chamber. It was rather dreadful, I must admit. They left me here for some time. I can't quite remember. I felt everything within me turn inside out, then settle back into place once more. I thought I was dying, but now all is well. The worst is behind me.
All is well. Can I help you?
You don't need to help me.
I'll give my character a voice.
The Red Priests already
An evil
did.
voice.
They cured me. Thanks to them, I feel just fine now. I hope the same fate awaits you and you'll no longer suffer. Have a nice day, kind sir.
Okay, chat, before I start being a little murder hobo, will I regret murdering some random characters like this? As long as it doesn't lock me out of really cool quest lines, I don't mind. There's like Dark Souls. Some, yes. Okay, I won't be a murder hobo then. Oh, Ethan died. Look at this guy. Patient is mentally stable. Those symptoms of Red Death persist. I've started applying small doses of black hemben for his skin. Asking him a dream journal. His strongly panics easy. I introduce a mild calming agent to help him relax, open his mind without fear. His mental state is worse than expected upon waking. He either becomes briefly catatonic or curls up, muttering. The patient is now fully catatonic, unresponsive, unmoving, not eating. Death seems to be the only mercy left. I conduct an autopsy to seek possible brain changes. The dark nights here are endless. Everything breathes and calls crisply. A med monk comes and put fire in my chest, but I knew it was a good thing. The first and only king visited me the night before. Arthur wept. He then reached with me with his hands, not two but four. Never closer to the king's grace, then he disappeared. The bleeding heart of the plague beats in frantic despair. 1, 2, 1, 2. I hear its rhythm from behind the wall. I know it. I feel it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Organic machinery that created this place and these people. Put your ears to the walls and listen. 1, 2, 1, 2. to listen. Okay. I'm gonna keep all their pails and use it to shit in. Nothing like a used pail. Is there really anything I need here? I'll take your linen pants, sir. Yeah, a lot of health potions. Ooh. Ooh. Cracked shield. I see honey. I can't actually see half the things I'm picking up, chat. Oh, about there then? No. About there. I can see how this is kind of a love letter to the Elder Scrolls games and stuff. How do I read that? How do I read that little thing I picked up? Oh, in my bag, maybe? Okay. My dear Ephira, I have finally arrived at the island asylum and received my preliminary medical examination. Father Vaughan said that my symptoms point to the very early stages of Red Death, that I did very well to come here on my own will. He promised to do everything in his power to help me and to make sure our son, I write son because I can feel the truth of of that with each heartbeat, Ephira, is born healthy. I knew you had doubts about me coming here, but I really am of good cheer. I'll keep you up to date on my progress. I hope to see you soon. I love you and miss you very much. Forever yours, Katrin. P.S. I'm thinking of naming Llewellyn. How do you like it? That kid dead. For sure. Oh, some nice outfits in there. Oh, salted pork. How's my inventory? Wait, where's my encumbrance? Oh, here. All right, we're good. Undead. Okay. How you burning? Fool. Yes. That actually startled me. Brother Ambrosius's body is being prepared for his funeral, which will take place in 1 week. Please await the arrival of the Red Shields to handle any remaining dangers. Do not enter. Do not. Oh shit! I completely missed that one. Whoa! How do I dodge? What's the dodge button? Alt. There we go. Wait for it. Stupid undead. What's that thing on my X down there? Oh, a roast dinner. Sure. I'll eat that. Lovely. Well, let me take the arrow out of you as well, dude. Wait, you can dual wield magic? Does your mana come back quicker, though? $25 watch streak's pretty good. Oh, red piece boots. I think I need those. Fish oil sounds good. Subject 17. I drilled a burr hole in the left temporal bone, revealing a skull filled with thick coagulated blood. After draining, using Morgaine's cut, I sewed through the cerebral faults, severed nerves, and the brain stem, then removed the brain. Some normal shapes suggested internal swelling. Incisions were made in the venous sinuses, and the base of the skull was left intact. Finally, the brain was placed in alcohol and cedar oil for further study. I'm liking the build up to the lore. I thought it'd be fun to start by reading the books, chat. We'll see how long we go about that. I don't know if this is the way I want to go yet. Oh, I can make it so I can swap weapons quickly though, can't I? Oh, how do I? How do you combine? Oh, you need 2 of the spell? Of the same spell? Interesting. I can, though, use a shield with this, couldn't I? And then I could deflect. The mutational changes are not significant, although they span the internal organs. The heart enlarged to the size of 2 adult fists, increased pulmonary function. Among the contents of the stomach are remains of undigested human flesh, most probably belonging to the deceased. Visible bite marks on his arms. Mutation area overall, an amalgamation of human and porcine internal organs. A 2-chambered stomach with significantly increased capacity. An unnatural tissue fusing the hooves of the body. The head joined together in shape worse than any nightmare. I hear something creepy out there. Fuck. Yeah, people kept mentioning Drover. Did I play Drover, chat? Oh, left hand now. I'm trying to get that fire. There we go. Oh. Brain. Received 3 patients with mild Red Death symptoms and tested a new treatment using Weird Beast bone meal. Typhoid, not Red Death, had burned the body. By day 3, she acted erratically, scratching, pulling her hair, and screaming. By day 5, she nearly broke free from her heart before her heart failed. Autopsy may yield more insight. Little effect on patient 3. The disease progresses at an unusual pace, but his mind is clear. I'll continue observing. Despite mixed results, I don't consider the treatment a failure. If adverse effects are reduced, this could be closer to a cure. So I wonder if that's what's causing the undeath. So let me... What have we got here? Fish soup? Okay. Brain. Oh, this is where I was before. Okay. Shit. Father Vaughan's notes. Katrin, this is the pregnant lady. Female 22, short, skinny, 7 months pregnant. Typical of the Red Death, pale red spots on the face, neck, and arms. Childbirth was the cause of death. Exposure to the weirdness might have altered the woman's psyche. Anger outbursts. Melancholia. As for physical alteration, the fetus seemed to be much more affected by the weirdness than the mother, as it absorbed it all. After the first standard session, the fetus started to grow rapidly. After the second session, it had tripled. It needed to be extracted from the womb. The torso and head of the fetus were unnaturally overgrown, but its limbs were weak and flabby. Despite its monstrous appearance, it turned out to be of good viability. More research on the subject 38 to follow. The mother did not survive. Maybe I should check out Drover then. Wait, actually, let me check Drover. I think I played something similar. No, I think I bought Drover, but I haven't played it yet. I'll need to try it. How does one get in there? Oh.
prepared for this. We'll send you into the abyss.
I'm missing.
My faith will not falter. Your death is certain.
Die. Bandages. I don't really want to grab any of that stuff unless I can sell it. Some mana potion. Who are you, sir?
Who's there? Forgive me, but my eyes fail me these days. You shouldn't be here. I'm very, very sick.
Who are you?
I am Brother Sirius. Your question suggests that you are not one of the Red Priests. Did you escape yourself? You really should have stayed there. We can't let the plague spread any further. Although, I understand.
You understand what?
All of it. The patience. The madness around. Somewhere along the way, we lost ourselves. The mission to find a cure became a burden. I can't tell who you are, but I'm so sorry for all that we've done. It's a shame, but when you're fighting a losing battle, sometimes there's just no other way.
Do you need any help?
There is no help left for me.
Horrors, yeah, horrors.
I
good
will not
entrance, right?
ask you for the mercy of death. I believe I should suffer.
How
like
big was the
all
team
the
that made
rest
this
of
game?
you. It's a trial for all of us. We should face it as equals.
Why you looked up?
When I discovered that I'd fallen ill, I asked to be placed in a cell. I sought to understand the experiments from the patient's perspective. To learn which stimuli provoke the strongest reactions. And I also wanted to equip my brothers with new tools for their work.
You don't look well. It looks like your illness has progressed quite far.
4th stage, if I'm not mistaken. We've identified 6, so I'm not far from my end. The 1st stage is the most treacherous, when the symptoms are almost invisible. But that's when the disease spreads fastest.
Very good so far.
It was the same with me. From the 2nd to 4th stages, the symptoms become visible. Fever, tooth loss, painful sores, festering wounds that won't heal. The last 2 stages are visceral, the worst possible. The victim's insides burn up, turning to mush. The brain starts to die, and the body becomes a mindless shell. That's what's ahead of me.
Do the Red Priests really cure the Red Death?
We've had some success, treating it up to the 4th stage.
Oh, sorry. Accidentally minimized because I got a message, but...
From stage 3 back to stage 1. Only to see it jump to stage 5 as soon as treatment stops. We believe
delayed
that with the weirdness, we could eliminate this randomness.
How would the weirdness cure the Red Death?
The weirdness, my child, is pure potential. That's the theory. In practice,
We tried to direct its power where we needed it most. The effects, shall we say, varied.
Okay.
May the Prophet's word be a safe haven for you.
Yes, yes, yes. Let me drink from the same cup as you. Let's maybe rest in your bed for an hour. Yes, yes, yes. I spent a lot of time around you, sir. I'm afraid I'm the protagonist. I don't plan. I'm gonna take your poop and keep that. Bathe in that shit. You can't get me sick. The encyclical of the second pope. Yet many are unruly, corrupt, and indolent. Though they claim to know the prophet, their deeds betray them. Their minds are sullied, and the prophet sees all. As punishment, their skin is marred by red marks, festering and flaking. The Red Death not only claims their lives, but damns their souls. Yet hope remains for the impure. The prophet declares, renounce unruliness, dishonesty, and indolence. Embrace my word in your heart, and your soul will be purified as mine was. The prophet warns, trust in my disciples as you trust in me. To harm them is to harm me, and you will be punished accordingly. La-di-la-di-la, take all your apples. Empty? Milk just reminded me, me and Jinx have started to try and rewatch, or starting to get back into Pluribus again. I like it, but my god, it is slow. It is fucking slow. She's kind of out of it now, I think. What's it? I mean, what's he gonna do? Secret fire! Oh god. Gotcha.
You will burn.
Ah! What are you gonna do? You can't crouch.
You fueled my holy rage.
Fool. Of course, it's a bit damn. Dude, he really does. Levo. It is. We just watched a full hour. I'll just say it was the first time she discovers the milk stuff. That episode was some of the slowest television I've ever watched. I like the mystery, but my god. Yeah. Yeah, it's got a really cool mystery to it. And the world building's really good, but like, my god. Miron's method of separating the mind. Examining the old in the search of the new. Though often dismissed, Priest Miron and the Holy's methods, recorded during King Arthur's reign, offer crucial insights in the separation of the mind. His text, albeit in old language, is valuable for understanding extraction practices. Despite Miron's immersion in druidic rituals, he scorned their quackery and wisely retained their valuable knowledge. This discernment, alongside his contempt for past masters, makes Miron's work indispensable, revealing useful druidic observations while discarding the rest. Miron insisted that the subjects must understand the field of Red Priest's procedures. If they lose consciousness, revival is essential. Partial anesthesia is allowed if they can still see, to extend usefulness of a promising subject, tend to any life-threatening wounds. Pluribus. Just could be paced better. Yeah, and I'm sure. I mean, Vince Gilligan's been told for years that his pacing is like phenomenal, etc. Right? And like, yeah, but he lets things cook. But I do think he's maybe been given a bit too much free reign on this one. I wish someone would have told him, yeah, but maybe you could take a little bit of this shot out. Like, it's just as effective to have a shot that lasts. Oh, burning ember. That lasts, 15 seconds as opposed to 40. You know? Because they genuinely go a long time. I don't think he necessarily is dragging out the season just because of his previous shit. I really genuinely feel it comes from a point of like he always feels like shows it too. I like to do it like what, like he's very Stanley Kubrick right now. You know what I mean? Like it's very Space 2001. It is time my brothers, you cry. Woe is us. We escaped death only for it to follow us here to Avalon. But I say all is not lost. We've been delivered to our salvation, to the one place where we could fight the Red Dweth and win. For Avalon holds what our homelands did not, the weirdness. Many see the weirdness as a curse, but I believe it's our path to survival. We must not fear it, we must welcome it. This can heal us. Seek the edge of the weirdness. Embrace it, let it cure our afflictions. To the brave and the faithful, spread the word. Prepare your tools. Cast out doubt and fear and open your minds to the weirdness as our saving grace. I got a feeling that's going to come back to bite him. The width. Ninian's tag. Okay. Can I wear that shit? I'm assuming that's a quest item. Thank you, Cinderfell, for the 40 months. What up, Tainted that great? Yeah, who up, Tainted that great, mate? I'm tainting it. There we go. Now I'm a goddamn. Now I'm a beast. So how do I flick between weapons? I guess I can quick slot a potion. Requires the laboratory key, huh? Did this guy not have that? What? Q. Got it. Nice. Okay. Save. I'll take that blood transfusion. Oh, is that a spell? I grant that my body mind resists the influence of the Red Death in this mission. I now undertake the world. Okay. Okay. Still all their prayers. I can't see. Okay. Am I an idiot? Where's that key? Also, the fact that they've given me that and I haven't got any alchemy yet makes me think, well, you've missed something, I have. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's probably down here. We didn't actually explore this, did we? Oh, can I mine this? Wait, I saw something. White button. Oh. White button mushroom, I see.
Stay alert.
Big fire! Hello there!
Suffer for your sins.
No, I won't. Let me just get my fire back.
The Prophet wants you dead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Your fate is sealed.
It's hard to get that fire off, huh?
The Prophet wants you dead.
Or spamming is better
to
for
the
fire.
Prophet.
Yeah, they really do need to let enemies crouch up.
The Prophet wants you dead.
Thank you so much, Lunas. That's very sweet, dude. Oh, nice slow-mo mode. Fools. I was picking up the bandages, thinking they're bandages you can wrap around your arms, but I'm realizing now it's bandages for, Yo, Max giving out 5 subs. Thank you, my dude. What the fuck? Thank you, my dude. Thank you, man. Thank you, both of you guys. Fish oil brain. Thank you, man. Be sure to thank anyone if you get a gifted sub from one of the people in the chat. Sure to give them a little thank you. I'm washed, man. I have no alchemy. How's the map in this game? Is there a map? Oh no. I'm liking the exploration so far. Okay, be sure to spit on Max. Okay, everyone. Thank you, Max. Now spit on him. Blood, Hearts, and Guts. The Alchemy of Viscera. The author is Kellerman the Scarlet. An alchemist worth their craft must embrace the visceral. There is no greater power than the lifeblood freshly torn from a creature's chest cavity. The viscera contain strength unmatched by any plant, no matter how sacred. Trees neither feel nor fight. They lack the instincts that create true potency. The rage of a cornered beast, its will to survive, these produce the strongest ingredients for potions that can push humans beyond their limits. Those who work only with delicate herbs refuse to acknowledge this primal truth. Alchemy binds us to the creatures we hunt, transforming fear into fury and awakening the beast within. To reject this is to deny alchemy's essence. It's through blood and viscera that we transcend our fragile natures, wielding potions forged from the raw, unyielding power of life itself. That's lovely. Thanks for the 1,000 bits. I appreciate that, man. Can I discover my own recipes as well? Oh, mashed potato. Let's make some of that. Yes, please. There we go, mash. Oh, we got ourselves some cabbage rolls. More cabbage rolls. More cabbage rolls. Why wouldn't it let me craft many when I could craft 3? Lovely that. Do I have a torch, by the way? No. No, I do not. Okay, I think I've explored this bit. Another brain. Another health potion. A blood clot, sure. Oh, some bone meal. Another blood clot there. There's another way out over there. I don't want to miss that first section of the map either. Oh. I skipped a section of the map. What seems to be broken? I came through here to go and get the laboratory or laboratory key. Ah! Let's go back. Oh, we haven't got sweaters. I don't even know if my old one fits me. You're right, I should actually try and get a sweater today. I'd love a Denethor one. That'd be awesome. What's down here? Oh. Oh man, there's so much to explore, but I don't want. If I jump off there, I might not be able to see everything else. What a Christmas treat. That's true. By subscribing, you bypass the ads and therefore can watch D&D uninterrupted. You lose it all? I mean, I might. Oh, that's here. Wait. Oh, I see. Well, then the only other route I haven't gone down is dropping down that hole. Evil thing? Yeah. Well, that seems like the correct way to go. Ad-free BBEG. Maybe this is where the hole leads? This looks like where the hole leads. Oh shit. fucking nemesis, dude. Oh no, he's Fireboy? That's what I do. Hey! You're on fire, you're on fire. Help me, Archer Man! Ah! He's no longer on fire. Archer Man! I need your help right now. Wait. Get him, Archer Man! Wait, it got... What? Shit. He's on fire again. You fool. Stupid fool. He did look cool, though.
I once thought everything would turn out fine. That time was on my side, that as I grew older, I'd see more and catch up to everything. 14 days ago, my beloved Eli arrived at Island Asylum with our sons. It's the 4th stage. I went to say goodbye knowing how it would end for me. I wait this for myself, which means for no one, as I'm becoming nothing. If the Prophet Kai grants grace, then let her bless me with the grace and curse of fierce tears. If I do not go gentle into that night, I will rage against the dying of the light.
Well, the dumb fuck just kept running at me. See, that broadsword does look cool, though, chat. That's kind of cool. See, that magic's cool, but a big old broadsword is badass. Like, stuff that guy into a... I keep picking up things thinking they're going to be monster blood, and they're just tiny jars. That was a cool introduction to a monster, though. I mean, I'll keep picking up the occasional bit of clothing to sell. He set fire to that man. He set fire to that man, but his skin and... I've got a feeling if I'm going to jump down that hole, chat. Wait, what's this place now? Hello?
Stay back. I may not be in top shape, but I can tear you to pieces if I have to.
Here, this should speed up your healing.
It should, although I admit that the past few weeks have made me hate the taste. Still, thank you. There isn't much kindness going around this place. It wouldn't be very gracious of me not to repay it, would it?
Yes,
Take
give me
this.
powers.
It might prove useful for you.
It's all right, I'm not with the priests.
So, you escaped too? Huh. They're having quite a day.
Yeah, I'm doomed here.
Good. I hope it gets even worse. This whole place is mad. From a safe distance this time.
Swords only handled by people that want to compensate? You think the sword is the compensating weapon? The axe is the compensating weapon.
Devour them. Why would you say that?
They play with powers they don't understand. Trying to wrangle the weirdness
Why
into
axe?
obedience is a fool's
Heavy-ended.
dream. The weirdness might listen, but blind obedience is not in its nature.
Maces are ruled by... they're like the same people that use... that drink green tea. They just want to say that they use a mace.
How did you get caught in the first place?
Same as you, I guess. Wrong time, wrong place.
Lance Freak.
I was wandering through Kunakt and got caught in an outbreak. I was kept with the rest at first, but when they figured out I was a Pict, well, then I deserved special treatment. One of the priests took me to a place so thick with weirdness, it scared me. I needed to get away, otherwise, I don't know what would have happened. I just know whatever it wasn't for me.
Those gadget trays. I'm just defensive because I like swords.
Why do you have horns on your head?
Why indeed? Perhaps it's a test of patience. My hair tangles mercilessly around them. I even need to wear head wraps to hide them. I hate wearing head wraps.
Oh yeah, I'd serve whatever demon she wants for just a moment in her blood. Where the hell? This place is massive! Sure. Okay. So that's just, okay, now last place to check is jumping down that hole. Let's see. Hole of death. Hole of death. Oh, she did give me a mana ring. You're absolutely right. I just got lost in her horns. Hole of death. Did I go back and open up the alchemy? I did, yeah. Oops. Just have a check, make sure this is not a... Oh, my God. This place is so well connected. So, she was right next to the hole. The hole of death. Is this if I didn't have a lockpick? Well, you can't get me up here. Stupid idiot. What are you gonna do? Idiot.
My soul is unshaken.
Oh shit. These poor guys. See, yes, I put on your thorned helmet. Yeah, you know what? Magic truly is the greatest way to play these games, huh? That and bow, I guess. Man punches a wall, but doesn't. I mean, to be fair, that's actually feels like canon, because if he could climb, he would have just left his cell years ago. He's literally got like a. This is the easiest. You just climb up here, man. Well, that was good. Shooting fireballs. You're not wrong. I mean, oh wait, secret zone. No, it might just be imagery. That does feel like a secret though, right, chat? I could whip out the old pickaxe, but I can't be bothered to find it. Yeah, I mean, it does sound terrifying. You're running at someone that's running backwards. Like, they're as good at running backwards as they are running forward. And then they just start throwing fireballs at you the whole time. It's like, ow, ow, burn, ow, ow, ow. So you die. Now I'm playing it. The thing that inspired me to play this game, I just got emailed by the devs about 2 weeks ago or so, asking if I want, oh no, probably a month or so ago, asking if I wanted to try the DLC.
You took your sweet time, eh?
I did.
But I understand. I did too, when I was leaving this place for the first time. You have to admit that the Red Priests are quite resourceful.
Yes.
At least when it comes to death and dying.
Who are you?
Great question, truly. But in case you hadn't noticed, we're still within the walls of the island asylum. When we're out, then we can talk. I'm told this path leads to the beach. I'll wait for you there until dusk. Good luck.
Oh, I can only get one
I'm
question?
told this path leads to the beach.
Wow, I wasted my question.
I'll wait for you there until dusk. Good luck.
I get it. Mushrooms. Lockpick, rejuvenation, a brick hammer. I should probably always sneak just to get my sneak up. That's an undead. Sorry, you fool. Oh, shit. Honestly, rapid fire on them seems way stronger. Oh. You know what? We'll fight in the classic way. It's pretty nice. That's pretty satisfying. Anything else on you? No. You learn fancy medieval times? What is the world? What job would you want to do? Kitchens of a noble lord. Brother Jahir fell into the abyss. May Kai watch over his soul. His sacrifice taught us that laying planks won't work. They simply won't hold. There's a force blocking the passage. The bridge's outline is visible, yet Jahir's thrown rocks met only air. There must be a mechanism or spell we're missing. I can't give up now. The secrets on the other side might call to me. I'll be the first to cross the bridge, even if it kills me. Gotta be the kitchen, yeah. When you start one-shotting enemies. What did that say again about that? Let me read that again before I just jump off to my death. Make cut, whichever says laying planks will work. They simply won't hold. There's a force blocking the passage. The bridge is outline invisible, yet Gene throwing rocks only in the air. So mechanism spell missing. Okay. We've already got a shovel. Weird plasm. This four dweller diorama unsettles me. Why does it look so dead? Previous depictions showed living beings, and this skull, so similar to ours, it's eerie. It resembles a menhir. Yet menhirs were supposedly erased by Merlin. But how could ancient four dwellers foresee what Merlin would create? At last, proof Merlin didn't create the menhirs. We found one buried in the labyrinth. Brother Hug here is studying it now. If we're the first to explore the art of the dead depths, Merlin couldn't have invented the menhirs. This truth will shake Avalon's faith in the old charlatan. The word of the prophet Kai might actually finally prevail. Oh, interesting. Is he a fraud, or is he a, can he go in the future or some shit? I said jizz. Yeah, I feel like being in the you'd want to be a tradesman. A blacksmith's not a bad idea. It's hard work. I mean, being the cook's a hard work, right? On a big feast day, probably a pain in the ass. But the good thing about being in the kitchens is you're probably given a decent amount of food, and you a question, chat, without spoiling it. Can I get across that bridge now, or is it something I have to come back to later? I don't want to leave stones unturned if I oh. Come out later, okay. If you make a shitty dish that the Emperor doesn't like, you get executed. I don't think that would happen in most case scenarios though, right? Finally pot, then I made porridge daily. Yeah, makes sense. No, that sounds alright. I mean, think about the other career paths you could go down. That one, you're close to food. Food seems to be one of the biggest sparse annoyances. Yeah, spamming seems to be the way to go. Then I get the burning effect. That's a lot. They could poison the food and make him blame you. So I'd be close to... I'd get friendly with the king. I'd make him love my shit. They're very paranoid about who they let their food, yeah. Yeah, they love that shit. I'd be like, what have I got for you today? It's pie, my lord. Like it was yesterday and the day before, my lord. You might offer a really shitty king, but yeah. I mean, nothing if the king dies. Everyone likes a good chef. No one is mad at the chef if the food is good. The question remains, is there any significance to this men here having 3 arms, not 4? How could we examine it without touching it? Poor brother Abe touched it with his bare hands and vanished, as though he never existed. Shocked, the Pope forbade anyone from touching it again. Still, I hear it whispering my name. I know I should report it, but I don't want to. Someday, I'll answer its call and claim it was Kai, even if it wasn't. I need to know. I'll touch it. Yeah, that's the thing. Same with blacksmiths, right? Blacksmith is a good one, but it's just a lot more effort. And you're not close to food. But blacksmiths, you know, it's a good trade.
It's not here.
Yeah, but they have to prove it was the... You know, well, they don't have to prove it's the chef, but you can make friends with the leadership. How often did kings get poisoned, you know? Blacksmiths would be respect. Harder though. Stranger Things. Good job security? Yeah. Yeah, they probably blame a food handler. Especially if you've been cooking for years. Yeah.
Fear not.
That's true, yeah. Magic. Well, it depends on the world, right? Magic in like Dragon Age would suck.
I've been waiting a long time for someone to find me.
Oh.
Are you here to help me leave this place?
That'd also be good, Jason, yeah. Although, the problem about that is, as long as you're in the city, that's okay. Otherwise, if you're out in the wilderness, you know, maybe bandits. It's hard to say. And also out in the wilderness, you go outside for a drink and suddenly a giant spider attacks you, no thank you. What are you?
I wish I could answer. I cannot remember. I know I am not complete. I remember I once knew who I was at some point, but I do not anymore. I just am.
Just am. It's probably the King Arthur fella, innit? Why are you here?
And you?
Oh, Merlin.
Why are you here?
I was transported here by a morbid statue.
Are men here? That would explain the weirdness surrounding us.
Unflagged carriers respected your bow? Dude, you're one of the first targets by the enemy. Like, killing the flag bearer of the other side can bring down a lot of the motivation of that side. Fuck being the flag carrier. You're respected by your own team. You're a big and vital role, and you are a target for arrows. Last one to die? No. No, I mean, maybe, but you're still a target. If I'm looking at the enemy fucking army, and I'm seeing that flag carrier, and I know that shit's giving them inspiration, I'm shooting an arrow to that person's eye. What is this place?
I do not know. I think it is some kind of prison, deep in weirdness. But walk with me. Let's find out together, now that I'm free.
I don't want to be anywhere near the fucking fights. You know what I mean? The truth is, in a fantasy world, I want to be as far
I
away from the fighting as
remember
possible.
arriving on the shores of Avalon. That was the beginning of everything.
It's got to be King Arthur or
But there
Merlin.
were doubts and questions. How does it feel to leave your homeland?